Hello, I'm Baillie Braund, the director-writer of One Last Job. I'm joined by lead actor and producer Stan Wilkes.
Hello, Bailey. Thank you for having me here.
That's all good, man. And today we're going to be chatting about the One Last Job masterpiece. By yours truly.
It's at that stage already.
It is, and as you can see, there is a really nice close-up of Stan right now breathing. And it's I don't know about you, but I'm very, very proud of this opening scene.
Yeah, it might be my favourite sequence in the film because it's just classic filmmaking in terms of setup.
Yeah, I completely agree. It literally tells you everything that's going to happen, everything you need to know, everything that you will ever need to know about the film, all in the space of about 30 seconds.
And to your credit, the script is slightly different to what you actually hear in terms of the voice on the phone, because I swear you've changed some dialogue.
I have. My father, whilst I was editing, watched the opening scene and was like, hang on a minute, how does he know what he looks like? How does he know who the target actually is? And I was like, oh crap, I'm going to have to add that in somehow. So it took me a couple seconds to think about what I needed to add in, and I just added in what I needed to. And boom, the opening credits, which are accompanied by possibly your best song that you've ever composed. I would
Really?
say. Yeah.
That is high praise. Well, thank you. That means a lot.
It channels the tone of the film so well. It's so ominous and so moody, and it's really beautiful, really beautiful. You should be very proud.
Oh, I am. Well, it means a lot to me, Bailey, because obviously I take a lot of inspiration from John Carpenter and his level of simplicity. And there's only 3 layers to that song. You know, you've got your synth whirling, you've got your electronic drum kit, and you've got some bass, and that's it. It just seemed to work on its own.
And the film has begun properly now. Act 1 has commenced with Stan walking through depths of Lanky.
There was a lot of walking that day. Do you remember that?
It's the documentary. Today we're walking and more walking.
Yeah, it was a very accurate summarization. No, this was a really fun sequence to film, and obviously we had to do this non-sequentially, didn't we? Because Tom wasn't available that day.
Tom wasn't available. We had to shoot all the stuff of Tom's feet on day 4, and we were thinking about how it was going to lead up, and it was for me it was quite difficult to find like the tension, but giving you what was going to actually happen because nothing was really happening. There. But this is my favorite flashback.
Is it your favorite?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's so good. It's so
I love
moody.
that shot. I love that shot.
so like a young Joaquin Phoenix right there.
I don't want to be referred to Joaquin Phoenix. He's a vegan. No,
the cheeky peek around the corner.
Oh, I tell you what, every shot, it just serves the story. That's the thing with you, Bailey, is like I said, we spoke off air about your maturity as a filmmaker, the older you get. And it always seems like it's in service of story. It's got a style, but it's never style first.
No.
That's my kind of film.
It's needs before style for me, anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch all my films have a different kind of style, but you can tell they're my films because every shot that I compose or use, I'm using for the sake of the story. Like story is the first thing that matters really for me.
And in an age of director's cuts, will we be getting the release the Braund cut?
Unfortunately, this is the Braund cut. I've had no executives down my throat for this film.
That's great.
So this is the raw, uncut masterpiece.
It is the purest example of the auteur theory. No, I tell you what, the biggest thing I commend is that, like I said, we've got a lot of walking shots, but you've edited it in such a way where it seems to flow, and every shot shows a different part of where we filmed.
Yes.
Which I like.
This was a really fun scene to shoot. Actually.
It was, wasn't it? It was a very extensive shoot, but it never felt like it was laborious.
No, it was in this moment here. There's a brilliant outtake of when you look over to Tom and he's just smiling at you, and you just absolutely crack right up. Best shot in the film.
Yes, best shot in the film.
I love that shot.
Yep. Bailey blatantly ripping off other people.
Oh yes, indeed, indeed. And this is
Oh.
George again, which I'm quite proud to say that I showed it to a few people and they can't tell it's the same person, which it is.
Yeah,
which is very good. I'm glad that we've managed to get around that.
Forget Dr. Strangelove and Peter Sellers. This is the real Peter Sellers.
George the Ginger Nut.
He did put a lot of time and care into his character. You know,
he's so good on the day. He put in that first performance, that first take that we did of him rolling across the grass. It blew me away. I was behind the camera. I was like, "Oh my, I'm so happy we've got George for this."
Yeah, totally.
10% in. It's so good.
I think that's the thing, is you created such a positive and peaceful environment where we all could put in 100%. And, you know, you allowed me a lot of creative freedom to just think of what I thought this character should be. So much so, in fact, that I decided he should be Northern Irish. A little bit of Scottish in there.
One thing that I want to say about this scene was the amount of wind at this exact moment was insane.
Yes, it was. How did you edit around that?
I managed to grab some birds tweeting from like ambient sounds and stuff, and layered that with the original sound that's quietened down, so it sounds like the scene.
It's really well incorporated, and I think the biggest test to praise this film on is the fact that this village we filmed in is actually a very busy village, and to make it look like it's totally desolate, it's really hard.
Yeah, well, there was a few moments where there were many old people interrupting our shots, and
it is very much a boomer village where I live.
I love that shot of your hand when you go in to reach for the gun. That's just
that's a great shot, but the follow-up shot for me is better because of the way
this one
I walk into frame. That sense of continuity and direction is really subtle. Really subtle.
It's that shot as well. Tom has no idea you're there.
When I showed my mum and dad this morning, they did raise a criticism of how on earth did he not know there was someone behind him. And I said, it's called coincidence.
It is coincidence. Just let it slide. Let it slide.
Because we had a big scream scene, didn't we, coming up? And
we did.
I was so happily surprised that it was silent.
Yes.
Really, I thought it was good.
This is the best performance I think that you've put in a very long time.
Thank you.
This film, because you've completely this scene there, that shot there when you're bent down crying, that completely blew me away. And here it is.
Oh, no! It's like Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi. No, because
I took the sound away from that because I thought it would work quite nicely without sound. Because you see the pain that he's in instead of hearing it.
It has more emotion to it. It does, and that's a lovely wide shot. I noticed George's legs. Yeah, George's legs twitched a bit during the first initial stages of it. The glasses.
I love that shot. And the score that goes with that is really nice as well.
Oh, great! Very simple. I only had 6 hours to do it, and so. It's very rudimentary. It just had
You've done such a good job to compose that whole score in 6 hours. You've done an unbelievable job.
Oh, thank you, man. That means a lot. It was kind of exhausting. I was very dead by the end of it.
And if you wait for it now, there comes a shot which took me a long time to find, which is the shot of the glasses.
Yes, that was extensive, wasn't it?
There are only 2 shots that worked, and one of them had a man in the background.
That's true.
And now the twist. Holy shit, what's he doing?
Mum and Dad loved that. They thought, whoa, I didn't see that coming, so it worked. And
once again, the best piece of score in a film that you've composed is playing right now.
I have to admit, I am really, really happy with that one, actually. It was great fun to record.
Thank you for watching the directors and producers' commentary on One Last Job. We hope you enjoyed the film.
Yes, thank you.